Tatum. With the follow.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy? It is Slam Hauser. That leads us right into Forsberg's for that nickname I stole directly from the Celtics social media team, and it's the perfect nickname for Sam Hauser moving forward. But what are we starting with this week?
So, well, here's the thing. Anytime Sam Hauser, Slam Hauser, whatever you want to call him, has a alley-oop dunk and a putback slam in the same 7-day period, he gets immediate access to the Forsberg 4, where I will gush about all elements of his games, but especially his dunking. But we start with the more familiar part, 57.6. That is Hauser's three-point percentage on shots that are wide open this year. And essentially, half of his shots this year are wide open, 6+ feet of space based on the NBA's tracking. This speaks to how good the Celtics are. Teams are staying attached to Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Derek White, Drew Holiday, all that. And that leaves Sam Hauser to sneak in and do what he does. He is 8th among all high-volume guys, which is anyone that has attempted at least 100 threes. In fact, the two in front of him, you might know them, Steph Curry and Duncan Robinson. They're pretty good at those three-point things. And Sam, overall, 46.1% since starting 1 for 7. He talked to Abby yesterday, and they sort of said, like, you went through a slump. He's like, it was a couple games. He missed 6 out of 7 threes. We called it a slump. And ever since then, boom, Sam has been rocking.
The catch and shoot from Sam Hauser is absolutely
so quick.
Beautiful from beyond the arc. What's coming up next?
All right, this is the one you're probably not expecting. We're going to talk about Sam Hauser's defense because last year it kind of got spotlighted. Teams tried to target him a whole bunch, and he held up more often than not. This year, minus 10.5. That's what opponents' field goal percentage is below expected output on shots inside of 6 feet. So what is happening here is teams are trying to get to the rim. They're like, oh, there's Sam Hauser. I'm just going to waltz to the basket. And Sam's like, boom, no, you're not going anywhere. And so what I love about this is it trickles down, right? Like we've seen a ton of isolation against Sam. Opponents last year averaged .092 points per play. It's down to 0.86 on pretty much the same amount of attempts. He's about 1.7% over-expected for the everything. Teams are still hitting threes over him. The Milwaukee Bucks did take advantage of him a little bit defensively. But, I mean, it's not his forte, right? Like, Sam's out there to hit shots and make the offense better. But I think he's holding his own way better than most people expect. And it deserves to be celebrated because a lot of guys that make shots don't play defense. And Sam's bringing it on both ends. Or at least he's trying really hard on that defensive side.
Yeah, it's the effort on the defensive end for me for Sam Hauser. All right, what's coming up next?
All right, the next number is 54.8. And this is the field goal percentage that Sam is shooting on all passes from the Jays this season. And why I highlight this one is that Sam's played in a lot of sub lineups, especially with Tatum, but some of the best passes this season, including this one from Jaylen the other night against the Hawks, have come when they're whipping it to the corner or trying to find Hauser coming off a little pick and pop. I love the way that the Jays are not only making Hauser better by like getting him in good spots, but like you need guys that knock down shots to accentuate their playmaking. And this year it's been great. He's shooting 17 of 31 off those passes from the Jays. 15 of those are threes. Jaylen also had that alley-oop dunk to him. We're going to get into the dunks in a second. And I just love the way the Jays, they know that Sam is out there, and if you give him that much space, he's going to make you pay.
They're building that connection. I believe that Jaylen Brown said they locked eyes before he had that dunk a couple of games ago. What's the last number you have?
Last number is just 5.
Okay.
All right, this is the number of dunks that Sam Hauser has had this year. If you had 5 dunks through the first 18 games, come collect your prize because I did not expect that. He had 3 for his entire career through the first 2 seasons here with the Celtics, but they've been magical. They had the alley-oop from Jaylen. You had last night the putback slam. I did not expect any of this. And for me, when he got the little putback last night, it was the skip afterward. Like he dunked it. He was glowing. Like it felt like Sam Hauser was the most surprised of anybody in the building that he had just had a putback dunk. And then like the bench celebration, everything about it was fantastic. Look, there it is. There's the skip.
I mean, he was shocked but also excited at the same time, and you could see that on his face. Well, let's talk about those dunks. We'll hear with him what he had to say with Abby Chen. Take a listen.
All right, Sam, I want to start this conversation talking about the thing that you are known for. When people think Sam Hauser, they think of you, and that is dunks.
Yeah, I figured you would say that.
Obviously. The alley-oop from Jaylen Brown, after the game, he said there was like a mind melt when you guys were running down the floor. He looked at you, you looked at him, and you told him to throw it up. Did you feel that way?
No, well, I mean, we did lock eyes.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that meant he was going to throw an alley-oop, but he did. And I executed that. So thanks, JB. Maybe we can do it again sometime.
Obviously, he knows that's part of your game, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to save stuff for the game. And that was one of those things that, just pull it out when the game time comes. And,
that's not something you guys work on every day?
Never.
No?
So pretty impromptu.
What do you think of Luke's celebrations? Because he lost his mind with that. I mean, we've seen him absolutely lose his mind on that bench time after time.
I didn't see it until after the game. Someone sent me the clip of it, and I think it was my mom actually, and she just said, "What is Luke doing?" And I don't know what he was doing either, but it was awesome. He brought the energy with that one, and hopefully a play like that happens again so I can see that celebration again.
The entire bench, surprised, ecstatic. They were so excited for Sam Hauser. We got to take a look at some of those reactions from the bench when Sam Hauser goes up and gets those dunks. But I mean, I don't know what Luke Cornett was doing on the side right here, but this is pure excitement.
Even the police officer in the background is like, yeah!
Everyone is so excited because they're also shocked at the same time. But there's no one happier than Luke Cornett right here. I mean, jumping up and down, hands in the air. This is a different type of excitement. I mean, this is obviously best friend excitement, right?
Right, exactly. So it's so funny to me that after the two dunks, it's been Luke and Porzingis, the 7-footers who know a whole bunch about dunking, who are the most excited that Sam Hauser is dunking the basketball. Luke actually came out and was trying to explain his thought process. He's like, I don't know, I just lost control of my body, and I'm big, and it's I take up a lot of space, and it is funny. I don't know how a 7'2" dude is supposed to react. I'm just happy that Kristaps Porzingis after the putback dunk was safe because he had that nice suit on.
Oh yeah.
And he came spilling out, and I'm like, man, we can't have any calf aggravation because Slam Hauser's out here doing his thing.
Also, Drew Holiday in the corner, a lot of shock on that face as well if you didn't catch that.